Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, and we are waking up to dry skies outside, but still some wet roads on the heels of plenty of rainfall that made its way through San Diego County throughout our Sunday night, all day Monday, and then into the very, very early portion of Tuesday. By now, as we head through the rest of your Tuesday, we're back to dry skies. It's looking very nice outside. This is a live look outside from earlier this morning, where we woke up to those clear conditions. We still have some ice on some of the camera lenses out there, denoting how cool it is, and of course that fresh snow that has fallen over just the last couple days. How much snow did we see? Palomar Mountain, almost 6 inches, 5.5. Mountain Laguna came in with just an inch. That was yesterday's number. Today, we could get newer numbers that start to inch that a bit higher. Even areas like Julian picked up on a bit of snow, at least a dusting, but they also came in with about an inch of rain. So things were pretty generous out there. Along the coastline, about a quarter of an inch to half an inch. And then as you head farther inland, 3/4 of an inch for Escondido, over half an inch for Valley Center, for Vista. So these are pretty good numbers when you look at just the last 2 days. And when you add that on top of what we saw over the course of the entire month of January, now that we're wrapping it up, it's the 31st. The last day of the month, we have more than 5 inches that have accumulated in San Diego, and that's at San Diego International, one of the spots that typically picks up on lighter accumulations compared to, say, your inland valleys. So average for San Diego International is only 1.98 inches. That means we're coming in more than double what we would normally see for average for the month of January. We hope that momentum carries on over through the next several months, as we could always use it. It helps contribute to our water year that has been generous to us thus far. Forecast highs, we're going to be in the low 60s this afternoon. So yesterday was mainly 50s. We're going to be a few degrees off of average for our afternoon high. Overnight lows have been cold, so we are dropping down to the 40s overnight. That'll be the case for the next couple mornings moving forward, but nothing near record territory. That was set back in 1880. Our afternoon high record for today was set back in 2003, and that was 83 degrees. We're also pretty far off from that, and then that sunset at 5:20 today. Here are your offshore winds. These offshore winds have helped to guide those clouds away from the coast and inland and push them out to sea. So instead, we are waking up to pretty clear conditions. Still quite a bit of a breeze along your mountaintops and toward your inland valleys. Keep that in mind, that you're going to feel that breeze out there, 20 and 30 mile per hour gusts. Nothing that we've seen this morning qualifies for a high wind warning or wind advisory, but it's still worth noting that it is a gusty day at times. The current disturbance that brought us this wet weather is now moving off to the east. You see that as this trough of low pressure. Ridge of high pressure, and a weak one at that, will build overhead between now and your upcoming weekend, about Saturday. That'll keep us dry and keep us on a warming trend, at least now through Saturday. Very incremental, slow and steady, eventually bringing us to about average by the time we get to Saturday. And then on the heels of it, just following that ridge of high pressure, we'll have a couple disturbances that try to swing in. This one that arrives late Saturday into Sunday is going to likely promote a bit of cloud cover for Sunday into Monday. It will also encourage a gradual temperature cool down, which means that Saturday will likely be the warmest day as we're under that ridge of high pressure. And then by Sunday, we'll start to see those temperatures cool down. That will bring us back down to about this territory. So between now and your upcoming weekend, we warm. After the weekend, we cool down back to about this zone. Couple upper 50s that remain in the forecast today, but we are warming compared to yesterday. Yesterday we were about 10-15 degrees cooler than average. Today we're only about 5 degrees cooler than average. 59 for Del Mar, 62 for Carlsbad is that forecast high, 62 for San Diego. Julian's only going to warm to 48 degrees. It's going to be a little bit of time before we see that snow melt from the mountaintops, but get out there sooner than later if you're inclined to go enjoy the mountaintops. Mount Laguna's got some fresh snow. Palomar Mountain, you've got plenty of locations to go visit that have a various degree of snow out there. Some light accumulation, some a bit heavier with several inches. Want to point out on the 8-day forecast that trend that I mentioned. So again, between now and your weekend, we'll keep warming very incrementally. You'll notice that climb a little bit more for your inland valleys and for your mountains and deserts. The coastline doesn't really climb all that much, maybe by a degree or two. And sunshine prevails. Thursday, Friday, onshore flow will resume. That will allow for a bit more cloud cover along your coast and through our inland valleys. Mountains and deserts climb by more than 15 degrees between today and the upcoming weekend. 42 to 58 degrees by the time we get to Saturday. For your deserts, we're going to warm from 62 all the way to 75. So we've got a nice warming trend on hand, sunshine for the weekend, and then into Monday, Tuesday of next week. Those temperatures do start to gradually drop, but as you can see, we are headed toward a pretty dry start to the month of February. So it's going to be pretty comfortable out there to start off the month. Notice those overnight lows are still in the chillier zone. What you have to keep in mind is that we are hoping to keep up with that rainfall that we saw for the month of January. Again, more than double what we normally would have seen. And that means that we hope to keep at least gradual rainfall coming. We want our water year to remain a surplus to help to mitigate, I should say, those drought conditions that we have out there. So we'll keep you up to date on what those numbers look like. But again, we are well deserved with this stretch of drier weather on the way. You can find more on the forecast. It's over on our website, cbs8.com/weather. You can also, here on the CBS 8 app, watch many of our other stories, our Earth 8 stories for the day. You can also stay in tune with our Zeppeli Zone stories. There's a lot to get to on the CBS 8 Plus app. So we appreciate you being with us here on your Tuesday morning. Keep the jacket on hand as it's cold out there, and have a great day.